she's definitely a grower. Stature, the daughter of Ant-Man, has joined Series 5 of Marvel Snap.
I have a suit!
Here's a fun fact. Her suit's color scheme in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is actually closer to a variant of hers from the comics who goes by the name Stinger. Stature is a 5-cost, 7-power card who only costs 1 if your opponent has already discarded a card from their hand in the game. So kinda like Miles Morales, but for the discard archetype. 7 power for 1 cost is really good value. So yeah, pretty much an anti-discard play here. And I suppose with MODOK being the Season Pass card and a huge enabler of discard decks, it makes sense from a lore perspective, right? That they gave Stature something to not counter discard, but punish discard? Now, is she useful against decks that don't discard? Well, you'll have to make her work for her value. Right now, there are only 2 cards in Marvel Snap that force your opponent to discard. 2 very underplayed cards. So here's hoping that the King of the Inhumans,
Blackagar Boltagun.
Big guy hit it there.
and the Avatar of Khonshu get more love once more players get their hands on Stature. So is she worth 6,000 collector's tokens? Well, unless you're balling out of control with those tokens, I would say no. Her powers benefit a very specific situation, so unless you really hate discard decks like, ugh, I'd leave it up to RNGesus. So what do you think of Stature? Let me know in the comments. Do you think she has room to grow? Pun absolutely intended. As more cards come out in the future that perhaps may synergize well with her. Translation: she's not a shower, but